Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, first thing I'm greeting with is Hangouts area is going away for later this year for a quick streaming try YouTube.com webcam. That's not gonna work if we're gonna have people like Josh, Chris Arts in the house. How you doing, Josh?
Are you already live?
I'm already live. 7 o'clock, man. Even though I was running late, I'm already live.
That's awesome, man.
I go live quick, man. I don't play. Hey, Shelly Cakes, how you doing? Thank you for dropping by. A new subscriber, and she is a comic book enthusiast.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah, we were dropping. I was dropping by Rican and his comics. He was doing his buy or pass on the comics, and I was in the chat promoting not only us but Good Thought Press and Skunk Girl and all that wonderful stuff. Trying to get the word out about the best indie comic that no one's heard about yet, the Unbreathable Skunk Girl. And
That's awesome, man.
you know what I'm saying? And Joshua Hughes is in the house. He's saying second. And for those of you that are new to the show, I do some digital inks. I grab pencils from Sean's High Res website from various artists, and I just ink them. We have Josh, who usually draws, but he's working on a project that he has an NDA on, so he can't show. Good Dog Press will be here shortly. He's usually a little bit later because he works and he's on a wide time. And he is the creator of the Unbreathable Skunk Girl, and he usually treats us to a little bit of skunk art, pun intended. And then we'll have some other folks running around. They'll be coming in shortly. I was running late, so I just went ahead and started the stream just in case anybody was on tap waiting. But they'll come in a second. We also might have Humphrey Bear and some other people who are trying to do another comic join the stream, depending on if they get back with me or not. So it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. Thank you for joining the stream. Right now, the piece that I'm inking is an Avengers piece which has Iron Man and Hulk and Thor in it, and it's from if I remember correctly, a Matt Lathier. So if he's out there, thanks for the pencils, dude. Greatly appreciate it. Hope I don't mess him up too bad. So Josh, man, any news?
Oh, negative, man. Just working on this project. Just counting down the cards until I don't have to do them anymore. Because I am tired of them.
Yeah. This message is helpful review. Let me see. Show. Let's see. Awesome. Where can I buy copies? Skunk Girl. I love indie comics and would love to review it on my channel. Well, you know what, Shelly Cakes? Email me and I'll send you a couple of copies of some indie comics you can review. And the Unbreathable Skunk Girl, let me get the link for you. Let me see if I can find it. The Unbreathable Skunk Girl Indiegogo. Boom, here we go. You gotta love it when your search bar remembers everything you type in it. Hey, Era, how you doing, brother? It's been a while. How you feeling? And there is the link for you, Miss Shelly Cakes. It's the pre-launch page. The project comes out on July 2nd. Sign up with your email. And Manny will give you updates. Manny is Good Dog Press. He's the creator. He will continuously update you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anytime. Also, we have another friend of ours who's out on a date with his wife, El Guapo Comics, who's doing a project called Chango. He has not given me the links yet, but it looks like it's going to be a good book. He's an amazing artist, 26-year professional of the industry, doing his own book for so he can do his own thing. It's pretty amazing. Kronos, my friend, says I have 4,369 email addresses, so I guess I should get busy, right? I think that you should, sir. I think that you should. Spam them all. I hope everybody's doing wonderfully this evening. Yeah, he's saying, "Hey, what's up, all?" Shoot, Josh. I don't know about that one. I didn't know that there was a. No. I think we're good with him. he's also doing his book, but he's been he's been reaching out to people. Apparently, he got in over his head, and he's been asking around. So he asked if he could jump on the show and talk about his book and maybe pick Manny's brain about comics and whatnot and how to publish and do them together. And the Unbreathable Skunk Girl is in the house saying aloha and Shelly Cakes and mahalo for interest in Skunk Girl. Joshua Hughes asked why he has that many emails. Kronos will tell you, but he will have to kill you. Don't ask him those kind of questions, Josh. Don't ask him. Not you, Josh. The other Josh. Joshua Hughes. I guess I better start inking. Shoot. I did post it in the link, right? And whatchamacallit. So
yeah. That's how I hopped on.
All right, cool. Shinobi Raccoon. Oh yeah, Shinobi Raccoon. I forgot he needs a special invite. Hold on. Hey, Guapo, I thought you was gonna go watch Shaft. Hey, Guapo.
You damn right.
Don't tell us because I want to watch that movie, but at least give me that. Was it good or not good? Is it?
You gotta listen to the theme song first. A little bit at least. We'll do a little bit of it.
You can do about 30 seconds before you get me copyrighted, even though I'm not monetized yet.
Yeah, man. We got another 5 seconds, 10 seconds.
All right. Marcus Gibbons is in the house. Hello, Ian Stream. Everybody's doing good. El Guapo, take a moment. We have some people in here that are new. We got Shelly Cakes, who is a comic enthusiast and reviewer. So why don't you talk about your project a little bit? I'll highlight you so they can look at what you're doing and talk about Chango.
Man, you damn right, man. Well, hey, what's up, everybody? El Guapo here, bringing beautifulness to the E. Ortiz stream at Colorblind Comics. What's going on, y'all? So anyway, yeah, I'm going to be kicking off a little Indiegogo campaign here at the end of the month. June 28th to be exact. Isn't it crazy? I didn't even time it that way, but it just worked out that I'll actually be leaving for vacation the very next day. What? That's insane. But anyway, so I got Chango, the Broken Veil coming out. It's a 2-part graphic novel series, and I'm going to be putting out part 1 and 2, 64-page graphic novel. And it's basically a story of a mother and a son dealing with the loss of the husband, father, and a curse that is unwittingly unleashed that has a demon named Chango that attaches itself to the boy. And 10 years later, the mom decides to take a trip to Santee Alley in Los Angeles, and the boy, who is now a young teenager named Ruben, decides once and for all that he's going to get rid of Chango from his life. But unfortunately, things do not turn out as planned. And the next few events leading to the conclusion of the story are going to be world.
Uh-oh. We lost him. What happened?
I don't know. What happened?
You said it's going to be world, and then it went blank.
It's going to be world changing and relationship changing for the mother and son as they discover certain truths about each other and how the tragedy is ultimately going to bring them together. So the story of Chango is a story of love, of loss, redemption, and demon hordes.
Love it, man. It's crazy combination, but love it. And then, of course, you're working on some pages right there.
Yeah, right now I'm working on some of the one of the pages for it. Work done on this. I'm doing the penciling and the inks. The story is based on a concept that hold on a second here. What is going on? Oh, I see. Someone unplugged my laptop from the wall. It was low battery.
Ah.
So yeah, we're good. We're good now. So the the story concept is based on a true events that happened, and as the campaign goes on, and I start making the circuit around on the different podcasts and the interviews with me and the writer, we'll be revealing the genesis of the concept of the story. And it's got a supernatural aspect to it. Um, and yeah, so I'm working with Ben Goldsmith. He's the writer of Seance Room, and talented guy. He writes books and other things. Then I have indie uh, uh, Ringo Award nominated colorist Jason Smith. That is also going to be on the project, as well as Justin Birch, who is a fantastic letterer. That he's lettered many comics, including the Seance Room for Ben, and and myself. So bringing that out, bringing out the story, and hopefully we can get some people to back the book and check it out. I think that I think you'll enjoy it. I'm putting a lot of work into the art, into the story. It's taken almost 2 years to kind of put this all together, and we got all 4 issues plotted out, written out. Gonna do these. I'm almost more than halfway done, about 2/3 done with the art on the book, and yeah. So we're gonna go from there. Hopefully, make a good splash.
Right. That's awesome. So Humphrey Bear, I sent the link to Nighthawk Warrior. So get with him so he can get to the link, because I can't remember what your Facebook is, to send it to you. And also, we have joining the channel. The panel is one of our good friends, Mr. Trusty Psychic.
What's up?
How you doing, Trusty?
I'm doing okay, actually. How are you?
We're doing well, man. I got off to a shaky start because I was running late, so I just went live and then just waited for everybody to join.
Got it.
instead of having people wait, and I was like, hey, and so it is what it is. Sometimes the best things come from spontaneous actions.
Yeah, I came upstairs to the studio, ready to jump in, join you guys, and then realized that the computer was gone. The laptop was downstairs. My wife had been using it, so yeah, I had to get set up.
No worries. So what happened is on my last video, Humphrey Bear and Nighthawk Warrior asked if they can come on. They're working on a book. And I guess they wanted to pick the brain of the guys like El Guapo and Good Dog Press, who is on the chat but not on the panel. Somebody's on the panel. Shinobi Raccoon is also on the panel. Shinobi, how you doing, buddy?
Good. Speaking of Manny, I'm working on a fan art that I put together. It was either yesterday or the day before that. It's my character with the unbreathable skunk girl taking a picture like they were Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
All right. Oh, nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. And Nighthawk Warrior, I sent you the link to your Twitter DMs. So if you wanted to be on the panel, you can. If you just wanted to ask your questions from the chat, start firing away. Eventually, hopefully, Good Dog Press will join. And that's all we need. So let's see. I'm gonna put it on free float for a little bit.
I'd like for him to join, considering he's probably the only one who's actually complimented my sketch so far.
The Art of Read is in the house. He's saying, hey. So yeah, I mean,
Willie.
We picked up a couple of subs. We picked up a sub, and she is a comic book connoisseur and reviewer. Her name is Shelly Cakes. So make sure y'all welcome her and make her feel like part of the house. Hopefully she's already seems like she's interested in picking up both the Unbreathable Skunk Girl and Chango, which is good. That's what we want. We want as many people putting eyes on these books as humanly possible. Let people know that indie comics is just not Valiant and Image
Or Dynamite.
Exactly, or Dynamite. We've got a whole slew of people out here wanting to tell a good story. It just needs people to read them stories.
Exactly. You're damn right.
I guess so Dark Nighthawk Warrior, because I don't know why he put such a long name. So he says, how do you put artwork into the back of a comic book if the comic book story isn't yours, like in art gallery?
Is he talking about like a fan art section or something like that? Is that what he's referring to?
I'll wait for him to answer your question.
Sounds like that's what he's talking about, but I could be wrong.
Are you talking about you being the one?
No, see, Humphrey Bear.
You're talking about getting yours into somebody else's comic.
I don't know. That's Humphrey Bear and Nighthawk Warrior doing a comic, and they asked if they could be on the panel to ask questions. Mm-hmm. I sent Nighthawk Warrior the link, but he typed that in, but I don't know. He says, so how do you put artwork into the back of a comic book if the comic story isn't yours, like an art gallery? So I guess he's trying to maybe put an advertisement in someone else's comic.
Oh, I see. Well, if that's what he's referring to, then yeah, that's something that he would have to approach the creators directly on. I think that personally, I would probably think that creators that are putting out their first book will probably be focused more on their own stuff or things that are gonna promote their own IP, and then maybe after they put out maybe like a second edition or something like that, then you could probably talk about putting some kind of ad in the book to kind of help offset costs and that sort of thing, which is actually not a bad idea. You could either do something where you're going to barter, or you're going to actually pay outright for that space in the book. I know that Manny, not Manny, I'm sorry, E mentioned that he prefers bartering for someone that needs something, and they just kind of swap out things. So that's actually how they used to do it years ago, and it's actually a good economic way of doing it. But I hope that answers the question.
And that'll be the way everything's done when the zombie apocalypse hits.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Okay. So here we go. He says, oh, there you go. Hey, Manny, you have someone signed up for Skunk Girl, Shelly Cakes.
Yes.
Speaking of that, Shelly Cakes, let me introduce you to one of the men of the hour. We got a lot of them. Good Thought Press. How you doing, Manny? You want to talk about the Unbreathable Skunk Girl? You got anything to present, or you want to hold off a second?
Well, of course. I mean, if you guys haven't gone already, go over to the pre-launch page and just go sign up for Unbreathable Skunk Girl. Signing up makes you eligible for the free pinup and the free trading card. That's the only way you can get it. If you back the book, you'll get that. All right.
And it don't cost you nothing.
I'm just trying to set up right now. I'm not trying to be a YouTube star.
I hear you. All right, so I got a little more context. It says, Ortiz, we're having Mighty Geek Studio do his comic book story, and Humphrey Bear and I are having our comic strip and artwork in the back of the anthology book. Okay, so that sounds like it's what El Guapo was alluding to. So he says we're doing an anthology.
What kind of anthology? Horror?
No, they're doing a fantasy anthology. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken. I think that's just a matter of whoever's going to print I think it's just a matter of giving the art to whomever is printing the book, so they can put it in the book. So if let's say Mighty Geeks is doing the book, and he's fronting the cost for the printers, You just give him what you want in the book, and he sends it. He ships it off along with the printer with his stuff to be printed. I think that would be the easiest way. I mean,
it would just need to go to whoever's making the print file, right?
Right. What do you think of Guapo? Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I think I get it more or less what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So I know about their own individual. I guess I'm still a little not 100% there. Is it their own book, or are they piggybacking on someone else?
Piggybacking, apparently. He says, okay, I'm going to read the question again because I think I got this. He says, Mighty Geek Studios. They said, we're having Mighty Geek Studios do his comic book. So Mighty Geek is doing a book.
Okay. Humphrey
Bear and Nighthawk Warrior are gonna doing a comic strip and artwork in the back of the anthology book.
Oh, okay.
Like an ashcan?
I was, the best way I can think of it is like one of those trade paperbacks that Marvel does that has like 3 different stories in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like like when they do reprints and they'll put like 3 different stories in there.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
like like the one trade of Days of the Future Past, because the story arc was so short that they had to throw in 3 other issues in order to make it work.
right. So I think all I'm thinking is this. Whichever one of y'all is doing, okay, the title of the anthology is called Soul of Swords. Okay. Whoever is the master, the keeper of all the files, whoever's going to send is going to be the person to send it to print, needs to have it all. And they need to submit it to the printer in the order that they want it. And I think that's it.
Right.
I think that's it. I don't think it's any more complicated than that. So whoever is responsible for sending the files to the printer just needs to let the printer know how and where they want it printed. And of course, they're going to send you a proof to so you can look over and make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be. Now, Manny has already published a couple of comic books, so I'll let Manny talk more about that.
Talk more as into how to get that done.
Yeah, like, am I off? Am I on the right track by telling them that?
Yeah. I mean,
sorry, I was not listening.
Never mind then.
Okay.
I mean, I can say what I did. I mean, I did publishing my own book. I mean, it's pretty expensive, especially if it's color. Color is not cheap. So when you do small little print runs, like from 25 to 100, you're talking for like a 30-page book, you're talking like about $3 each. They ain't cheap. And the more books you print, the cheaper it gets.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with that. So if you're printing like 1,000, it would maybe cut down to like half the price. If you go to 10,000, you'll be like $1 or something per book. But yeah, when you do small print runs, if you're a small press company, yeah, that's why if you go into your local comic shop and you see like local comics produced, and you see that they're trying to sell it for like $8, $9, dude, they're not making that much money. They're not making any money at all. They're trying to recoup all their costs. Just the shipping from wherever you're going to make it printed to the printing costs to all these things is crazy. So and it's not even counting how much hours that they put into their comic book. So they're doing it out of labor of love. So
right.
Just doing that. Don't expect going in there and making $1 million.
Yeah.
Especially doing an anthology book. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff you guys are gonna do. Just do it and have fun with it. That's the main thing. But yeah, shop around printing. Don't know how much you want to print. And you guys go to a comic con. I hate to say it, but most people don't know your characters, and they're just gonna walk right by your table. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
That's just reality.
Unless you're me, I always look for those out of the way people.
Yeah, you're one of the.
You're a rarity.
Yeah, you're very rare there.
I know, but the thing is this, right? And I know that I'm not I'm the odd man out. But the thing is, I do make, when I do go to cons, I do make a concentrated effort to find those independent artists and independent creators. That's what a lot of people say. People say, "Oh, I go straight to comment to Artist Alley. I go straight to where I know, those guys that are indies gonna probably wind up being at because they can't afford the big tables and whatnot. And I go look for them. I do, honestly. And then I go look for someone that I probe the other creators, the pros. I go talk to them. I look at their tables and see how they treat me. And if they're jerks, I don't buy anything from them. And if they're nice, then I will buy something from them.
Right.
I let them dictate if they're gonna make money or not.
Yeah. Right. It's really sad that a lot of these pros on Twitter don't seem to get that, even no matter how hard that people within what was Comicsgate at the time was telling them.
You know what, Shinobi, I've exhibited and I've done hundreds of cons, and I'll be honest with you that what you see on Twitter, trust me, that is a very small. Most of the creators there, most of them, all right, they're just good people, they like to have fun. Some of them are a little bit more crass than others, but ultimately, they're all, they love comics is what they do. I mean, occasionally you'll run into a Tim Sale, and he's, it depends on the day with that guy. Sometimes he's nice, then other times he's like a real jerk bag, but most of the creators they're pretty, they're humble. They, some of them get a little full of themselves, but they appreciate the fans. That Twitter crap, I give that as much thought as a grain of salt,
Right. Yeah. I'm not trying to lump every one of them into one single category. It's just certain ones that we've had this conversation with.
No, I know what you're saying, but they're the loud ones, You just got to realize that that's all they are. They're just loud.
Yeah.
Tech Fair is in the house. Be there in a minute. I sent Manny a DM. Oh, Lord.
Me and my DMs, I just got home, so I haven't looked at anything yet.
Yeah, that's what Tank Ferret said.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I do. I make a, especially after learning about independent books and this community, I really do make an effort to try to find those little hidden gems, and if it's not expensive, I'll if they're saying, oh, it's $20 for 2 books or 3 books or whatever, in the grand scheme of things, I put that in the tank of gas. You know what I'm saying? Big deal. It doesn't hurt me that much. And it might help them tremendously. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I say big deal. I bought a book that was just pencils because they couldn't finish inks and all that stuff, and the story was actually decent. And so I got a comic book that is done in just pencils. That's how they printed it because they couldn't finish out.
Right.
But hopefully next time they'll ink it.
Yeah. I've read mangas that kind of look like that. Blade of the Immortal. The early Blade of the Immortals come to mind when I see something like that.
Yeah.
I look at it as did he just do this in pencil and didn't bother to ink it?
And that happens, But it's cool,
It looked cool, but it was cool, but it's kind of it's just not something it just wasn't something I was used to seeing at the time, and
yeah, it does look unfinished though. I'm not gonna lie, because we're used to seeing pencils, inks, color. But it is what it is, Just Rican as his comic says, sorry I'm late, but I'm here. He is here. He gave us a shout out on his show earlier. That's how we picked up some of these new people that are coming in. So Rod the Rican, greatly appreciate it. Thank you for joining us, man. It was a good show you had earlier. Oh man, family stuff is important, brother. Life is short. Gotta take care of that family first.
Very short.
Right. Gotta take care of that family first. Me and Mandy always say YouTube is just playtime.
It's playtime, people. It's the real world.
It's just playtime, But it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling Rod, I was trying to tell Rod in his Shelly Cake says the same. Nope, me too. I look for those. Yeah, I was telling Rod I was trying to hype Skunk Girl up in Rod's chat while he was doing his show.
Okay, so you got two rarities.
So I told him, hey, y'all don't know indie comics. If y'all don't know about the latest possible smash hit to come into the indie scene, the Unbreathable Skunk Girl. I need Maddie to deliver and show some artwork though. Now that I got people here, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Here we go. I think I'm dialing the colors. Background pops. I finally got the background to pop. I bet I'm not even showing anything right now.
No, you're just showing
It's
your
all right.
face. Your icon.
As usual.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm kind of showing off your character as well with
I know
with mine.
You're doing a great job. I love that. It's
Thanks.
super cute. I like if people that do the cute. That way, I don't have to do the cute.
And just so Regan is a comics, he is also a comic book enthusiast, collector. He was doing his show Buy or Pass. I need him to get involved in our side, give us his opinion on what we got going on here. So, matter of fact, Rod, you in Florida, over here at Guapo Comics. He's in Florida. He's doing a book called Chango. You might want to check him out. It's dropping on June 28th, if I'm not mistaken.
2 days after my birthday.
So, and then I finally got Manny to put something up for the Unbreathable Skunk Girl. It should show up on the channel momentarily. This is Manny's book. Look at those colors. Look at that art. I'm telling you guys.
I'm finally dialing in the backgrounds. The backgrounds was giving me problems. I finally figured it out last night.
And so there you go, man. I finally got good talk.
What you guys are gonna notice is the colors are bright. I don't like looking at gray tones.
You want me to send you an IG message? You want to jump on the link, or what do you need, Rod? I'm confused. Lorenzo, buddy, how you doing, man? You feeling better?
The green lizard guy.
Yeah. Nighthawk Warrior says, Nighthawk Warrior says, if I can get my channel up to 300 subs tonight, I'll showcase my comic strip for the Soul the Swords Project. I would love to bring.
Cool.
Oh, I would love to bring you on the shout out show. Oh, dude, man, look, you need to bring these guys on your shout out show. You need to bring El Guapo Comics and Good Thought. Well, Good Thought Press is on a way, but El Guapo Comics is in Florida. Right. He's on your time zone. So, Rod, if you can get together with El Guapo Comics, that would be awesome. He's a 25-year pro. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. And
yes, sir.
As a matter of fact, he's got his cover right there. And then I'm just going to put the Guapo's cover for Chango, and that's his Twitter, El Guapo Comics. And he also has Instagram. What's your Insta? Give everybody all your stuff, El Guapo.
So I'm at Twitter at El Guapo Comics. You can find me on Instagram at The Art of Cesar Feliciano. That's my Christian name. And you could also find me on Facebook at The Art of Cesar Feliciano. Or you could just hit me up at regular old Cesar Feliciano. But yeah, that's where I'm at, y'all. El Guapo, making things beautiful.
So there you go. That's and if you can get Manny works in my time zone, so it might be difficult for you, Rod, to get him on, but you definitely want to get Manny. You definitely want to get El Guapo. Shinobi Raccoon is actually going to work on a book eventually, I think, maybe. So he's on the East Coast as well, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So those are guys that you definitely want to bring on, man. And Trusty Psychic, an amazing artist. You already know about Trusty. He did Comic Jabroni's banner. So there you have it, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Get with them at their social medias, and they'll definitely. Marcus, if you have a Guapo's social medias, could you please post them in the link? Okay. And can you also post Shinobi Raccoon's social? He did. All right, awesome. Awesome. Marcus is my mod. He is amazing. I love Marcus to death.
Yep. Way to be on the ball there, Marcus.
Yeah. Look at some of the stuff that Cesar is showing off right now.
And congratulations on your sub count there.
Who?
Whoever it was that was close to 300 subs.
Oh, that's Nighthawk Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. Have you posted my channel link? I haven't posted anybody's link on the description of this thing. I was running late. Game of Thrones saying good. Hello, everybody. I was running super late, and so I apologize. I just went live and did what I could to bring everything on. I'll go back. I'll go back behind the scenes and get it together and put all the links in. Hopefully, let's see what Cesar got going on here. Trying to give Cesar a little bit of love. Definitely want to give Manny some love. But yeah, just a Rican, man. That Rod is very good about emailing back. So if you hit him up on his email, he will definitely hit you back up.
Oops.
And Shelly Cakes, find my email in the description somewhere and email me. I will send you a couple of PDFs from some independent comics that I have, so you can take a review. I sent one to El Guapo. I mean, not El Guapo, to Just a Rican. I sent one to Rod. So I have some PDFs because I've backed a few campaigns, and I'm interested always to hear people's thoughts that have never heard of these comics. So if you can hit me up, Shelly Cakes, I will send you some PDFs, and that way you can look at them, see for yourself, and let me know what you think, because I got quite a few. About 2 or 3 or 4, I don't even know. I gotta find them, but I definitely got a couple. And I'm gonna shut up now and let El Guapo describe what he's showing everybody.
All right, so I got here basically. This is what's gonna end up. This is like the main squad here. Trying not to give away too much of the story, but this is Ruben. Something's gonna happen to him. So basically, what happened to him when he was a kid at about 7, 8 years old, probably 6, 7 years old, around that age, is that this Chango entity came across from the other side, and it was opened after his mom was singing this song on this record that she picked up in the Caribbean, and she's singing along with it, and her voice, something about her voice, opened up a portal, and this entity came out named Chango, and it's tried to come after the boy Ruben, and something happens, and the entity disappears, but there's something left behind, and that's, I don't know if you see the cursor over this blue demon right here.
Yeah.
So he is around, and Ruben can see him. Well, Ruben not only can see him, okay, now he can also see other entities. So these entities, he sees them in the form of different people's proclivities or anxieties. Okay, so what he doesn't realize is that he's looking at as a curse. So imagine being, 7 years old, you're a kid. First of all, you can see this little blue demon that's always there, and always talking to you and and saying stuff, not necessarily evil, but like saying something, it's being like an annoyance, and the kid doesn't want to freak his mother out and make her think that he's crazy. So he just doesn't say anything. And this goes on for a decade, nearly 10 years. So as you can imagine, the son distanced himself from the mother. She's thinking that the son is really depressed about the loss of his father, which he is, but he's also dealing with what he's able to see, not only right next to him all the time, but also on other people. So like if you're an angry person, the little demon entity that's always, you know, kind of burning at your temples and making you angry would be something like this. Okay? And so then if you're like a glutton, it would be something like this. If you're a person that's, you know, always greedy, wanting more, that sort of thing. And so you could be maybe conceited, you're maybe you think you're a know-it-all. So there's like all these things about people, you know, kind of like that whole thing of, oh, the devil made me do it, you know. But you know, I'm kind of playing around with the themes of, you know, are we being influenced by entities? Okay. And so Ruben can see these and he doesn't know what to do with it. So we're going to reveal this curse and how it plays out in Ruben's life, and then how it has impacted the relationship with his mother and father. Ultimately, bring out a good resolution in the end. I like I said, I don't want to give anything away. I already know what the end of the story is and what's going to happen. And I think it's a good story of family, of forgiveness, and this sort of thing. But also, there's a lot of terror in it. You know, I kind of see it a little bit like that show that was the Troll Hunters. Remember that? It was on Netflix.
Troll Hunters.
I didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking about. I've seen it advertised.
Yeah. So it's got like that kind of like vibe to it, and a little bit of like the Sixth Sense, you know. So me and Ben, you know, when we put the story together, you know, we wanted to inject some heart into it. So it's horror fantasy, which also has some Pan's Labyrinth vibes to it, but there's also humor in it, you know. So we really are trying to humanize these things and kind of reveal that, you know, things don't have to be the way that you think they have to be or the way that they are. You can actually make a change. And so we're going to be exploring those things. So there's a lot to it, you know. Like I said, I'm not trying to not reveal too much, but I don't know if you can see in the art style. This is not my regular art style per se, but one of the things that I was going for when I was designing the look of the characters is I wanted to give the audience some familiarity with horror and that sort of thing. And I'm a huge fan of Mike Mignola and Hellboy. And so I said to myself, well, I don't want to ape Mike Mignola, but I definitely want to tap into the thematic storytelling that he brought to Hellboy. And so, you know, I purposely set about using high contrasting blacks. There's not a whole lot of line work. There's a lot of spot blacks, and I don't know if I don't want to get too professorial here, but I think Manny will know what I talk about when I say this. But a chiaroscuro style of drawing with ink, which is what Mignola is known for, and basically the layman's way of understanding what chiaroscuro is when you bring the light out of the dark.
Right.
So and then you're using that light to create form. You're not actually drawing the line; it's the light that's doing the play of shadow and light that's creating the form structure. And so that always has a more ominous feel to it. And so you'll see that in Mike Mignola's work. in Hellboy, also in Gotham by Gaslight, which was another big book for him. A little bit different, lighter style, but still some of the same artistic methodology that was used to present that story. He brought in from his work on Hellboy, and so I said, well, I want to go for that. But like I said, I don't want to ape it, and so it's a little bit more cartoony in some spots, a little bit more realistic in some spots. But one of the things that Mignola brought into Hellboy that a lot of people don't know, there's a lot of humor in that. The Hellboy character is, he's that uncle that's always goofing around, but he's like a badass. We really don't want to mess with him. But, he's kind of like, yeah, whatever, and kind of jokes everything off. Okay, that's the Hellboy character. So there's a lot of humor there. So I wanted to inject that also into the way that I portrayed the story. And looking at, once I developed the line style, I said, well, all right, how am I going to pull this off in a way that is gonna honor that Hellboy essence that you're trying to go for? So I can't afford to hire Dave Stewart, obviously, but I've worked with. I hire a lot of colorists to do my pinups, and so I had hired in the past this gentleman named Jason Smith. And Jason is a colorist from Nevada. And like I said, he's a Ringo Award nominated colorist. He's done a lot of work in small markets and IDW, stuff like that. And so I said, dude, I see your stuff and I see the way that you've colored me in the past. And every time I see it, I see that there's like a flavor of Dave Stewart in your work. And then the guy proceeded to just give me this whole, 1 hour thing about how much he loves Dave Stewart and everything like that. And so I said, listen, I've got a piece for you. So the piece that you see on the screen right now, I sent to him and I said, this is my Mignola-ish style that I'm going for. I'd like to see you throw your Dave Stewart flavor on that. And I tell you what, the guy produced this piece, and when he sent it back, I was like, this is the guy. There's, I had a few other colorists that wanted to work on this with me, but after I saw how he colored this piece, I said, this is perfect. This is the look that I'm going for, and in this book, the colorists, I put a high demand on the colorists because the color is going to be a big integral part of the storytelling.
Right.
As opposed to just all the crazy cross hatching and all the beautiful line work, which there's some of that in what I'm doing here, but the colors is playing a role in this, and so I was just really amazed by what he did, and I was fortunate to be able to bring him on the project, and then to bring in Justin Birch to do the lettering. I've seen some of the letter pages, and the guy really understands lettering and knows how to letter, knows how to place the word balloons exactly where they're at, supposed to be, and that sort of thing. 25 years in comics has basically taught me how to illustrate in such a way that you're not hiding any important things, so that the letterer can put in the bubble work, the word balloons work where he's supposed to. So, but yeah, like I said, it's a strong team. I believe it's a strong story, and I think it's got legs down the line, because it's a little bit different. But I'm a big fan of horror. 25 years ago, when I got my start in comics, it was all in doing horror stuff, and I hadn't done that for a while. And then just kind of come back into it, and with a horror story, and not so much gore horror, but like the kind of horror that I like, that is a little bit more cerebral, a little bit more, to the heart kind of sort of thing. And that's a bad use of words, but I think you understand what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Thank you, sir.
So you mentioned something about, what he heard when he sees these, I guess a better way to describe them as manifestations of things. Is he like the only one who can actually see these things?
Exactly. No one else can see them.
Okay, so it's like Fred and Barney, like they're the only ones that can see Gazoo the Martian because
Right. No one else. Only Ruben can see these things, and then only Ruben can see what these entities are doing to the people.
sounds like a cool concept. I like it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, like I said, I try not to give away too much, but this character right here, he's not just the little demon that follows him around. There's more here. There's a lot of depth to this character. So yeah.
Oh, thank you.
But I'm impressed. Only you would have been able to bypass M. Night Shyamalan and The Sixth Sense and go straight to Fred Barney and the Great Gazoo. I'm impressed, man.
I know, right? Or Constantine, or But no, it's awesome. It's awesome, man. I like it because I think it shows that he's got a little bit of comedic talent somewhere in there. Meaning Shinobi.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good, man. So the chat has been going crazy while you've been talking about all this wonderful stuff. Nighthawk Warrior's trying to get a couple more subs so he can show some of his artwork. People are saying you guys are amazing. The art is amazing. You guys are super talented. Just to recap, as a comic said, he about to fall asleep. I'm putting him to sleep. No, he says I'm an amazing host. Thank you, greatly appreciate it. I just let these guys shine. That's the key, right? The key is to try to let them shine and to keep the chat and the audience engaged, and merge the two a little bit, And let me take it off of me and put it on Manny because I talk so much. You'll not get to see anybody and nobody else's artwork, Of course, we have Shinobi drawing, and we have Trusty. He's doing a commission right now. Yeah, speaking of which, if you guys are comic book fans out there and you want to get commissions done, everybody on this panel does commissions, but you just got to catch them when they're not super busy.
Right.
But if you go to their sites and you like what they're doing and you want to get a nice commission done, without having to wait for a con, there you go. And you want to see some of Trusty's work, go to the comic book Jabroni, and his banner was done by Trusty Psychic. So there's some of his work. I think you did the Macho Man comic book Jabroni for him, Trusty.
I did the banner and the channel icon. That was a lot of fun to do. That was something I hadn't done before. It was a bit of a challenge. I learned a bit. So hopefully, if anybody asks me to do the same sort of thing next time, I'll be able to do a lot faster because I learned from a lot of my mistakes. But I'm pleased with the finished product, and so is he. So that's all that matters.
That's how you get better. Screw up and see where you went wrong.
That's right. Those are the things we remember the most, the things we screwed up and had to fix.
Right. Askew View 3D says, "Wow, I feel naked without a wrench." Sorry about that, brother. I don't usually have this many wrenches in at the same time. I usually have like one or two at the most, but it seems that everybody that wrench decided to come in at the same time, and I'm not mad at it because that means I got people watching. They're enjoying the show. And speaking of enjoying the show, the hardest working man in indie comics. He does all his work in the background. Mr. Tank Ferret, how you doing this evening?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
I've been up for over 24 hours working on this wraparound cover.
What? Let me see if I can turn him up. Hold on.
Yeah, he's whispering.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, cool. I've been up for over 24 hours. I've been working on this Skunk Girl wraparound cover for the Unbreathable Skunk Girl coming out
Man,
July 2nd.
Oh, yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Bro.
I do this to avoid the whip.
Indeed.
Wow.
So Tank.
Wow.
Um, so today,
Yo, what's up?
I was driving, minding my own business, and I saw this sign, right, because I'm near a an installation, and the
Uh-huh.
sign says Tank Crossing. And I was like,
I
oh,
love that sign.
I said, okay. So immediately, of course, I laughed because I thought about you walking across the street.
I gotta get a picture of me next to that sign, just like doing like the Beatles Abbey Road cover.
Right.
Just a Rican in the comic says, or Rod says, you guys keep pushing. Great work. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Rod.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Gary's asking, Humphrey Bear's asking if Gary's on. I have no earthly idea,
Yeah,
to be honest with you. Once I go live, I really, it's not that I'm trying to be mean or ignore other people, but once I go live, I'm so busy doing what I'm doing here, I just don't have time to see what else is going on. But I don't think Gary's on. I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah. That's exactly what I go through when I do streams.
Oh, Chrono says, composite it, E, get a pic, then Tank could drop himself in it. We're gonna Photoshop Tank in it.
There we go. We gotta get Andrew to finish my my avatar.
Yeah. I just laughed because like ever since I moved over here, first I saw a ferret, right? And that's part of Tank's name, Tank Ferret, and now I see Tank Crossing. So I laugh, I laugh when I see things like that.
My college roommate had
I'm
ferrets.
about to. I'm gonna head off to bed now, guys.
All right, Tank.
Good night.
Manny, you mind if I drop that work in progress in the super secret group?
Yes, sir. You can do it.
Groovy. Awesome. I already showed our VIP guest. I showed our VIP guest his portrait.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
What
I
do you
couldn't
say about
resist.
that?
Well, VIPs get VIP treatment, right?
Yeah, but what did the VIP say about it?
Oh, nothing yet.
Okay.
I don't know if they've seen it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to look at it right now. Oh Lord.
Awesome.
Oh Lord. Seriously?
What?
Oh Lord.
That's the picture he sent me, by the way.
Yeah, but
that was the photo
Oh,
for
my
reference. I can send you the photo reference.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
He sent me a beautiful cheese-eating grin
Oh,
of a mugshot.
dude. The placement. Oh,
And
my
it fit
Lord.
so perfectly.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
He's gonna be in trouble with the missus.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. You should have had me there or something. Oh, man. You really want him there? I can take the hit. I don't know about that, man.
That's some prime real estate.
Yeah, what? Oh, very prime. Oh, grade A.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Wait till everybody else sees this. They're going to be like, oh, man. Oh, God.
And they're gonna be like, man, Edwin is the luckiest guy on the face of the earth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's looking beautiful, dude. It's looking beautiful.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I've been putting a lot of good detail. I've been going at this with a 0.2 millimeter pen. So I got working in the feathering and all the stuff, texturing. I even pulled out some of my favorite inks from Barbara Johnson Kalberg, because she does just these incredible textures. She's an industry veteran, man. She's worked on all the good stuff.
Man, Avani is she's defying gravity. That's all I can say.
We'll ignore that for the sake of entertainment.
How is she defying gravity?
For the sake of censorship.
Oh, poor Dina. But that's what she gets for not showing up on E's show anymore.
Right.
Hey, look, it is what it is. I keep telling y'all, man, I never get upset. She if people gonna keep moving up, that's good, man. You
Right.
know?
Oh, dude, that Atlas is super cool.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Vestry
Yeah,
looks
I got
awesome
it.
too. I hate to say it, but those two guys really stand out. Wow.
They do, but that's because they're males and they have some good block shadows that were easy to throw in. Yeah, I'll get onto the block shadowing on the softer forms.
Well, of course, I mean that's the three that's popping out right now is Dina, Atlas, and Vestry. Crazy.
Yeah, they created there's a decent amount of negative space there.
Yeah.
But it'll also balance out when it has the colors as well.
Man, the Borincaneer don't look too good.
Oh no,
He's bloody.
he doesn't look too good.
He looks bloody.
I died a gruesome death. Oh, speaking of bloody, that Trusty says my computer's shutting down again. No, poor Trusty.
Yeah, we got to keep this on the wraps for 2 more weeks. This is gonna blow everybody's mind. It's gonna blow their mind.
Awesome.
Dude. This is awesome.
That's a good progress review.
Yes, awesome.
Awesome. I'm glad. Yeah, no, I'm like I said, this is going to be my best piece yet. I'm putting everything I've studied and practiced. It's all going into this one spot. So
Your swan song.
No, don't ever
That's
say
right.
that. He's gonna be 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Come on.
Up here.
That's right.
Hey, it doesn't mean he. I don't mean he's done drawing. I'm gonna say it might be his best drawing ever. His swan song.
You just said swan song. That means he's dying. He's not gonna be around anymore.
It's my Campbell's soup, man. It's all downhill from here.
Oh no.
It's Citizen Kane. He peaked it on stage. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Awesome. Yeah, so I'm gonna get some sleep, fellas, and
deserve it. Sleep.
So I can get back to work on this. I need to have this scanned as soon as possible because I have a domestic project I have to get on like yesterday.
Yeah, because there's a guy that needs to color that ASAP.
Oh yeah.
What you're looking on my screen, I'll give this away. What this is? This is our super secret other thing tank. This is the other variant cover for that other project we were talking about that's gonna go into Skunk Girl.
Oh yes.
Remember that one that only special people can get this cover? You know what I mean?
That's right. The super secret reward that people should go to your pre-launch page and go sign up for.
Well, no. Unfortunately, even the pre-launch people won't be getting this one. If you remember, we have something up our sleeves.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes. Super secret. That's why it of course there's a takeoff on Daredevil. Yes, it is a total takeoff on Daredevil.
Oh.
Yeah. But this will be you guys will see when we launch. You'll see who's gonna get this. You guys are gonna
right.
It's gonna be an interesting twist that nobody's done yet. Dun dun dun.
Come on.
Alrighty, folks.
14
I'm
more,
gonna check out.
14 more days.
Alrighty. So
Thank you for having me on here, E.
Always, man. You're part of the team, man. You and Guapo, Trusty, Josh Chris. Where's Josh Chris Arts?
Eaten by wildebeests.
Oh no, I didn't even see him drop out. I'm over here, and then no Josh Chris Art.
Josh Chris is gone. No.
And Trusty, I think he dropped out too.
Oh,
Cats got into their computer and ate all their internets.
Oh, I feel so bad, man. I didn't even notice.
They were so young.
Who took out the COVID kid?
I'm sending him a message right now. He probably had to take care of something and just didn't want to interrupt the flow.
Understandable.
You know.
Does he have net zero?
Nah, AOL.
Ooh, dinosaur.
Chevy is in the house. Let's see what we got going
Hey,
on.
I just sent you a DM.
Alrighty. Well, I will see you guys later. You have yourselves a groovy one.
You too?
You too,
Ciao.
buddy. So Shabby's in the house. Nighthawk Warrior likes the Thor that I'm inking. It's a whole piece, man. This piece, I bit off more than I could chew on this piece. It's gonna take me a couple of days to ink this.
I'm sure it'll be awesome.
Yeah. Should never have switched to Tank's internet provider. Trusty Sidekick says, I should never have switched to Tank's internet provider. Yeah, you know, Tank is our Vault 76 guy. His internet is looking terrible. Shabby says, wow, E must say it's looking good. It's just inks, man. I didn't draw it, I'm just inking it. I am just inking it. I'm just chilling, practicing inks, you know, doing what I do. The channel is supposed to be art and comics and all that good stuff, and you know you can't do art. You can't do arts and comics if there's not something being drawn, you know, or at least you know, inked something, you know, something.
Exactly.
Wow, I do look like I've been crushed. But I like it though. KG, I'm great. I'm doing great. I don't have to hire me a commission. I'm available. All right. And Nighthawk Warrior says he's available for commissions. And I think we're caught up on the chat. And man, it's been an awesome, man. We got a lot out of El Guapo Comics today. I think we got a good hook, man. We got a nice meaty dish of chango now. So now we really know what's about.
Yes, sir.
You know.
You're damn right.
We're always excited to help our brethren out. So that's awesome, dude. I appreciate. Hopefully you can get with Rod just to weekend in his comics. So he can give you a little shout out on his channel.
Yeah, that'd be great. Anything for promotion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, this stuff doesn't happen by itself. You need people to come alongside you, you know?
Right. I do follow your Twitter, Nighthawk Wire. That's how I send you a link. I can always send you some of my pencils. Shabby, if you want to send me some of your pencils, man, go right ahead. I'll definitely, you know, I don't mind inking people's stuff. I don't mind. It's just practice to me. That's all it is.
Right. Practice makes perfect.
At least makes better. I don't know about perfect, but at least it makes better.
Okay, it improves.
You
yeah,
know?
I never really got that saying either, because you're never going to be, because you're always going to be practicing. So
yeah,
you get to the perfect.
Because if you become perfect, then you'll never quit striving. So you can become better, and you continue to become better.
Yep.
Oh, Shabby says he's very messy. Oh, you might want to ask Good Dog Press about sending me messy inks, man.
What?
I mean, messy pencils.
Why? What happened?
Chevy said he has messy pencils. He's gonna send me some pencils to ink. And I was like, you better ask Good Dog Press about, you know, sending me messy inks, pencils.
My problem is I don't even give you any messy pencils. It's all too loose.
Okay. Well, maybe I can answer this one. When I know somebody wants to ink it, or if I know I'm not going to pencil it right away, the best thing to do is I have a set of graphites, and usually go with the lightest one first, so that way if you mess up, you can erase those out easier.
Yeah, I digitally ink though, so I can mess it up as many times. I did 2 versions of it. I think the second one came out pretty good.
Well, yeah, you can always you can always Control Z to undo your mistakes.
Yeah. I think the second one came out good. I don't even save the second one though, but I think the second version that I did for Good Dog Press came out pretty good.
Yeah,
But yeah, unless you're penciling digitally too, you're gonna want as light as I guess the proper term is as hard of a lead as possible, because those aren't as dark.
Yep. Originally, but if you want dark, let's see. I'm sorry, I'm very messy. If you guys want this kind of setup, show off the comic and protect your stuff, it's one way to keep this to keep it in this video. If you guys want this kind of setup, show off comic and protect your stuff, this is one way, is to keep in the video. Okay. Just so we can sub to Shabby. Shabby's happy about that. Shabby says something about the other side of the ocean. Thank you so much. Send me an email to come to the shout out show. All right, buddy. I'll definitely remember. I'm on the West Coast though, so hey, our times might not, but definitely if you can get, I'll send an email. You know what? And Guapo, I got your email too, don't I? And Guapo
Yes,
Comics.
you do.
I'm gonna thread you and Rod together in an email chain.
Yeah.
That way, because you're both on the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast. I think his show is a little early for me. I'm still on work mode.
Right.
But I definitely, your comic is coming out so soon, man. If I can get you and Manny on there, just like, you can get you a little bit of an audience, new blood, new blood, new chum in the water.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome.
Nice analogy.
Hey, Trusty's back. Guess who's
Gosh,
back again?
what the heck
Trusty's
is going on?
back.
I have no idea.
Tell a friend. Yeah.
Shady's back.
Yeah. So I think Josh said everything's good. He just, I guess, I don't know. Oh, let's see what we got going on here. Please be fun to see who gets frustrated and says and shakes. Okay. Trusty, yay! Everybody's saying yeah to Trusty. Trusty is back.
Yep.
The man, the myth, the Trusty legend. Our friend.
Okay. Your neighbor.
Yeah.
Howdy, neighbor.
Howdy.
Won't you be my neighbor? I think that's how it is.
So can I give a non-spoilery review on Shaft?
Yeah. Knock yourself out, bud. I'm gonna watch it this weekend. Hopefully, one of these days, I want to watch it. Definitely.
They did remake that again, didn't they?
Dude, I'm telling you right now. Okay. So this movie is so different from the last freaking few movies that have come up in that they took the character and they said, this is who Shaft is, and we're gonna portray it unapologetically. And I sat there and I laughed my behind off with my wife the whole time we were watching that movie. It's funny. He is Shaft. He makes no apologies for being who he is. He's just a badass dude. Okay? You're damn right. Okay? It is all of that. And if you are sick of SJW crap that's being thrown on Netflix, on regular TV, or wherever else it is that you're getting your TV viewing from, this right here will give you a little bit of hope, because it pulls no punches on SJWs at all. And I sat there and just thoroughly enjoyed it, because not so much because I'm against SJWs, but more so because I'm pro keeping characters who they are and what they are. And I'm telling you, man, this is an awesome movie for that. And
Right.
I laughed, and it was genuine laughter. Not once did I say to myself, oh, I didn't wince, not one time. Okay? And that's all I'm gonna say about it, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna give away too much at all of the movie, other than just to say it's a high recommend if you just want to enjoy a good, fun movie.
Now that is a high recommendation.
Well, when he said what he said, I figured there was going to be an unapologetic movie, true to the character, which to me means that it's going to be highly scrutinized soon on YouTube, and that's what I'm waiting for now.
Well, here's the thing: Rotten Tomatoes gave this thing a 32% on 68 critics, and then they got 2,700 reviews from customers that actually paid to see the movie, and they rated it at 96%. So what is that telling you? And then if you read the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, every single one of these people the critics that are getting to see these movies, they're such like butt out SJWs. They can't even help it. I mean, it's just like, dude, can you just review the movie and just see for what it is?
Right.
No, they can't.
And that's what I tell people, right? It's just a movie. Enjoy the movie. It's not real. We know it's not real. It's fiction. Yeah. It's just meant to entertain and distract you from whatever for a couple of seconds. It's escapism. That's all it is.
Yeah. This movie is not for critics. Hey, if they can use that "it's not for you" excuse, then so can I.
Here's a question with OBS: how do you have multiple people on your stream? Like how Hangouts do, because Hangouts is going away. I'm thinking about using something else. Like I don't know, Link or I guess it's not called Link anymore. I don't know what they call it on the civilian side. But there's some other software that allows you to do it. What he has. He has what? What do I have? No, but I was thinking about using. You can either use Zoom. Zoom will allow you to host multiple people and talk. I was thinking about using what was Link before it became Link? It was something else, and Microsoft bought it and turned it into Link. Geez Louise, I forgot what it was. But anyway, that you can still use.
When are Hangouts going away?
Later this month, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, and then I guess we'll have to use OBS. That's fine.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, because I need to know what to do when I start doing streams again.
Zelda? No, it was not Zelda. They're making a joke. It was that app that you could call people on that wasn't Google. Skype.
Skype?
Yeah. Skype.
Okay.
Skype turned into Link. So we could probably use a version of Skype or Link, whatever you want to call it.
It's been forever since I used Skype.
It works. Like I said, Microsoft bought it. Skype was encrypted. Skype was unhackable at one point, and people didn't like that because you couldn't listen into the Skype conversations. But I think Microsoft bought them and turned it into Microsoft Link. And there's a little bit of Skype history for you. Except for those NSA. Yeah. Yeah, so Skype should work out. Skype should work out still. I know. I know Kronos. I know who they work for. Actually, Microsoft works for Microsoft. They just make a lot of money from the Pentagon. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot.
Is it Amazon Cloud a lot?
I'll put it this way. A Microsoft representative working for the government makes about $150,000 to $180,000 a year. That's for the employee. So think about the overhead and how much Microsoft will charge. So I'm thinking Microsoft is charging about 300,000 per head.
Dang.
So let's say they got 10, 15, 20 people working on a project with the government. Now we're talking about $500,000, maybe $1 million just for a couple of people, not including the software that they're giving the government as experts to field. Now we talk about government licenses for these softwares. Now we're talking about 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, $20 million per project. You tell me.
Jeez, man.
They work with the Pentagon, not for the Pentagon. The Pentagon just pays them a lot. Yep. So it is what it is. And there's that. There's another little history lesson. So there you go.
Yeah. A lot of education being thrown around today.
No, I don't mean to. I need to be quiet before the NSA comes knocking on my door. Because I am not doing anything illegal.
I love the NSA.
You know, I'm not doing anything, man. Look.
The NSA is our friend.
Yeah. Have nothing to fear. No, but them and some other people, they make a lot of money. Even Red Hat makes money. And Red Hat is free for the most part. But if you buy an enterprise license from Linux, there's some costs associated with that as well. And think about Cisco. Cisco makes money because that's what, that a lot of people have gone to the Cisco chassis. And those chassis are $4 million. So they're expensive.
Thanks.
Very, very flexible and customizable and expandable, but expensive. Cisco ain't no joke. Cisco makes money. Chronos says I was offered $100K in 90 to work for the U.S. government. Well, Chronos, I'm happy to tell you that the pay scale has not gone up that much. It depends, There's people working for the government that make way less nowadays.
Yep.
All because some president had this crazy idea that flooding the market with certified professionals that don't know what they're doing was a great idea. So now you got subpar people in the market trying to do the job, don't know their worth, low balling, low bidding, and pushing the skilled people out. I ain't gonna say no names. Y'all figure that out on your own. Y'all figure that out on your own.
Yeah, it's probably best that you don't.
Yeah, Shelly's saying she got a dip. Good night, Shelly Cakes. Thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure having you on the chat. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way out. It makes us happy whenever we see some thumbs up. But no, I hope you enjoyed your night with us and you enjoyed the stream, and hope you come back. Catch some more of this wonderful artwork.
And bring your friends.
And bring all your friends, so we can
Definitely bring your friends.
So we can talk more about Chango, and we can talk more about the Unbreathable Skunk Girl, and get some more people interested, hyped in the greatest independent comic book of the year. Nobody knows about.
Right?
Yet. That's right, Trusty. That's right. That is right. See, I leave those openings for people to say something. Trusty is the only one that catches it. I pause. I say it and I pause with a long break. I'm like, okay, someone's gonna jump in there and attack it. Come on. It's set up. Spike it.
I was gonna say, the more bourbon I've had, the more I catch.
Oh,
Yeah, bourbon.
Someone needs to spike it. Carl says, this is where I can learn all the silly stuff. Yeah. Mine's and Shabby says his book is coming out next year.
All right.
Awesome.
You know. And yeah, all that goodness. All the goodness in the world.
All that comics goodness.
Yeah, I'm like Kronos, man. I'm trying to retire soon. Hopefully sooner rather than later. I'm tired. Tired, boss.
Amen.
I think I'm gonna call it myself right now. To be honest with you.
All right, buddy.
But it's good catching up with you guys.
Awesome, man.
Good night.
And thanks for giving me some time and talk a little bit more about Chango.
Man, anytime, brother. Hey, look, you took a nice, good chunk of the show and made it into an interesting bit of information and knowledge about your book. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No problem.
All right,
See you later.
y'all do well, and God bless y'all. And if you got some time over the weekend, definitely go watch Shaft. It's awesome. Good movie.
Right.
Little cussy, but hey, that's the character.
But it's Samuel Jackson.
Yeah,
Shut
that's
your
what
mouth.
you're going to say.
It's Samuel Jackson.
Exactly.
Yeah, that goes without saying. Unless he's Nick Fury in the MCU, they don't allow him to do that as much.
But it makes sense. It's not like sometimes he's in movies and he's cussing. And you're like, dude, I know you're Samuel L, but that wasn't appropriate there, But,
Right.
Language.
Exactly. Anyway, hey, listen, y'all. Peace out. Good night to everybody.
Good night, brother.
Bye, brother.
Oh no, the show is boring again. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
I kid.
Yeah, I dropped by Rick's stream earlier.
Mm-hmm. That's why I typed what I typed in the chat before I came on.
Oh yeah? I didn't catch it.
I said, is there any goobers on the chat for me to troll?
No, I don't think so.
No, there's none.
I don't think so. You know me. Your wife was there at the Rick stream.
Mm-hmm.
She tell you I said hello to a certain somebody.
Mm-hmm. No, she didn't tell me nothing. She don't. I just watched it. Come on, I watched it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, that certain somebody is where we met. We streamed first.
Right, and Wapple Comics. All right, there we go. And the Wapple is gone. Oh no. So Trusty.
Yes, sir.
How many of those commissions are you doing for the Pope Fire person?
Oh gosh, let's see. 1, 2,
Too many.
3, 4. There'll be 4 in total for Pope, 1 for Raggedy Man. But it will be
4?
part of the Titan squad, I think. So I guess technically you could say 5.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if she wants a commission from me.
She don't want none from you. She found Trusty. And
keeping me busy, that's for sure.
And I told her, like, hey, you need to stop monopolizing him because I already paid him for a commission.
That's right.
She said, for real? I said, yep. He's already been paid. I've already paid the man.
Right, that's right.
I said, so you need to, I said, he can finish anything he has pending, but you're going to have to give him a breather. You're going to have to give him a breather. Then you can have him back all to yourself again.
I'm going to be out of town all next week down at the Outer Banks.
Are you going down to North Cackalax?
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Going down to South Nags Head.
Nice.
I see.
So I'll be able to join in just chatting, but I won't have my camera set up.
Bro, you need to just go and relax and be with your family. Don't even worry about it.
But by that time, the wife's in bed, the boys are watching TV or playing video games. So that's usually when I wind up drawing anyway.
No, okay. Yeah, I don't want you getting in trouble on your vacation time, dude. Don't be getting me like, oh, that's the E Ortiz guy.
That's
you
the
know,
guy.
Getting
Yeah.
everybody in trouble.
Puerto Rican
know-
slave driver. Gosh, come on.
no, man, and because at first I thought the Unreadable Skunk Girl was gonna be mad at me too. That's why I have to get on her good side every so often and dump on Manny and take her side, so I can at least buy some goodwill, so she's not always mad at me. Shoot, she's like that E Ortiz always monopolizing my husband's time. I'm like, no, I'm not. He wants to be here of his own free will.
I come here for the punishment.
Josh said it took you about 20 minutes to realize I was gone. Man, I was drawing, man. Took you about 10 minutes to notice that Trusty was gone. I'm like, man, Wapo was talking. I was head down trying to do this doggone inking.
Yeah, it's hard to do your thing and keep an eye on chat simultaneously.
Yeah, especially since Wapo was talking, I was like, I'm good. I can ink. I can just sit here and ink. And when they take a breather, when I hear that, then I can come back in.
Exactly.
I was like, And then Pablo Romero Art says, the fight for Manny's love. Well, Manny has a lot of love to give, man. He's a big guy, and his love knows no bounds,
Give me blush.
His love knows no bounds,
Stop it.
So, Manny's like a brother, It's like a brotherly type love.
Right.
Oh Lord.
It's a groovy kind of love.
It's groovy, baby.
Groovy. Oh my Lord.
It's groovy. Bro, so I rewatched the stream from last night.
Oh dude, I rewatched it too. Oh dude. Oh.
I didn't watch it the first time.
Was that Trusty?
I said I didn't watch it the first time.
Oh, dude, you were there, so don't even say it.
I was there, then I ducked out, then I came back.
Oh, dude, you gotta. Oh, it was an interesting conversation last night. That's for sure.
I was trying to make sure that I didn't go too hard on the guy.
I think maybe I didn't step in fast enough.
And then I was like, somebody commented that E Ortiz guy was mean to that Rick guy.
Yeah, and I agreed. Oh Lord. Oh.
Man.
Dude, that had a lot of comments. Usually I don't get that many comments on a video. That had a lot of comments for us. I was like, oh wow. People are commenting on this one. Yeah.
There was a lot of comments. That's for sure.
You guys want to see, we're not going to give away anything. You guys want to go see what happened last night.
Gotta watch it.
Yeah, it's entertaining. You guys don't have to watch the whole show. Just I think from
the first 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, the first 15, 20 minutes is like, oh my Lord. Yeah, it was raucous, that's for sure.
Yeah. I was like, wow. I was like, man, sometimes I could be pretty harsh.
No, you were not harsh. It's the after comment that was in the green room that I was like, oh my Lord. I'm not going to see who said anything, but somebody said something. And I was like, oh, wow.
I dipped out from that one. I was already gone.
Oh yeah, you're gone. It was like, oh my Lord.
Right.
I was gone.
Yeah, that was an interesting stream.
Definitely.
I wanted to retitle it, and Skunk Girl and everybody else said, "Don't you dare!" I'm like, "Oh, dude, let's retitle it." And then, no,
You could rate that. You know what gets a lot of clickbaits when you say someone got owned or wrecked.
No, I was gonna. I was gonna say, I wanted to change the title to "Respect Your Mama," and I got voted. No, you're not gonna retitle. I'm like, oh, but it'll be so cool. Like, no, you're not gonna retitle it. but that's what this is all about. Like, nope. I got vetoed last night in the green room
By the skunk girl.
by the skunk girl and by the other people that was in there. I'm not going to say who else was in there, but they all told me, no, you're not going to do that. Like, damn it. That's total clickbait.
It was. It would have been.
Dude, that I'll just do it. Make them all pissed off with me. No.
Art's so good it make you want to slap your mama.
Oh, we didn't want to slap mama. We were sticking up for mamas last night.
I know. I just don't understand that sentiment that he was trying to peddle.
We don't. I'm not gonna say anymore. People gotta go and watch it.
Yeah.
Easy enough, people. You just gotta go check it out. Like I said, only 10, 15 minutes you gotta watch. Don't gotta watch the whole show.
Yeah, there was some Ortiz guy going off.
Like after you watch it.
Some Ortiz guy going off.
Dude,
the Unbreathable Skunker says, "I'll be miffed at you if you change it."
Is she watching? Is she? That what she said?
That's a funny way to spell miffed.
Right. Did you really say that?
Well, she said another word. It starts with P and ends with D.
P.I. you. Philippines? Are you going to the Philippines? Leave it alone.
So I just said miffed because that made, I was trying to be family friendly.
Understandable.
Yeah, she says, I'm always watching. And she's watching with those cute green eyes, too. Look at that. Look at them cute green eyes on that Skunko Pop.
I know.
Always watching. Always
watching the boys, making sure the boys don't step out of line. And thank you, Marcus, for putting that pre-launch page up there.
Marcus is the bomb diggity man.
11 people in here. How many likes do we have? I only see 17 on my screen.
There's 17 likes. If y'all haven't hit the like button, please do so. It makes him happy, man. And if he doesn't hit like 20 likes, he doesn't come on my show, and then I feel sad. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh my
also
Lord,
makes YouTube happy, so because you can get it because more people will see the video and click onto it.
Hey, I think we got a topic for our next time that we have Cross on our show.
What's that?
Cronus already gave it to us. He said, you missed me and Rick one day talking about evolution.
I don't know. Rick got so heated, he yelled, y'all gotta watch it.
Yeah, no, give it away, man. They gotta go watch it. We ain't gonna give it away.
Y'all gotta watch it.
Like I said, it's not too long. It's like you'll be entertained. Think of it as watching half a sitcom.
I don't know if I was that funny. What I tried to be.
No. It was interesting. I won't say it was funny, but it was. The chat was silent. The chat said a few things, but most of the chat was like, "Oh my Lord, get out the popcorn."
They're going, is this a bit? Are they doing a bit?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
There was no bit.
It wasn't. Well, I mean, to me, it kind of was, but somebody really, really went from 0 to 100.
Dude, you revved some engines last night. That's all I'm going to say.
Dude, but that's something that I've been gifted with, man. I could really, really, I have a talent for making people super angry.
Yeah, you did it to another person.
Who would I do it to now?
I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say who you did, because I remember you did it in the morning on somebody's show, and then late night when he was on another show, he dropped the F-bomb and everything. It just carried over. You're pestering him in the daytime. It just carried over to the nighttime, and you got him going. Oh. I don't think you were there for the.
No, I wasn't there for the evening one.
Yeah, you weren't there for the evening one. I was, because I was like, whoa, where the hell is this animosity coming from? And then I watched the morning show later. I'm like, oh, I can see why. You got him revved up. He revs up people.
But that was the morning show. He was holding on to that for that long?
Well, it's what happened to him on that show. I guess it just compiled and it just made him blow his top. It was just crazy.
because everybody on the show is like, whoa, where the hell this came from?
I have a tendency to rev people's engines off. I do that, and sometimes I do it on purpose, just to see people explode. And sometimes I just don't know that I'm doing it. Sometimes I'm just like, whatever, dude. You know, I'm thinking that we're just playing around, bantering, right?
Dude,
but the person is taking it to heart, and I don't even realize that I'm doing it sometimes.
Dude, with all the stuff that you've said about me, it just rolls off my back. It's like, whatever.
But I just be playing with you, though.
I know. It's like, geez, it's like a big deal. Like, wow.
I just be playing with Manny. But I did protect you on the whole jalapeno cake thing, though.
Oh yeah,
I took your side on that one.
You tried. My son ratted me out.
Your son, man,
ratted me out on Easter Sunday, man. Oh, rat.
I tried to take up for you on that one. I was like, no, I'm with Manny on this one. And then that's when Skunk Girl turned off the microphone and shut the computer down. Like, no, I don't need Ortiz on your side. Nope. No. He needs to be on my side always. But Manny was right this time. It doesn't happen very often, but he was right.
Oh, dude. I won't go there.
You know?
Oh.
Pablo Romero says for lulls. Yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes, you know, I'm a very simplistic person, I guess, and you know, and Cat R says I try to joke with Manny too, but he gets mad, says Cat R. You know, sometimes it just happens, you know. Speaking of Cat R, how you doing, Cat? Been a while since you've been visiting us here, slumming with us as the folks here at E. Ortiz. But anyway, if you're here, Cat, drop a like or dislike, whatever suits your fancy. You know, give us a little bit of love, you know, maybe if you want to. Helps the channel out. Algorithms, growth, the whole worky work.
That doesn't do anything.
I know. Shh.
It's just like Pavlov's dog. Just making people do the stupid things.
I know.
You can make her do it.
Come on.
Do it.
Don't do it. Get red pilled. Come on.
Oh, Lord have mercy. And Cat says hi to me. Hey, Cat. And in case you're wondering, Cat, because I know you like to ask, we have Shinobi Raccoon, our trusty sidekick, and Manny, Good Thought Press, on the panel drawing.
Nobody.
And KG says the Elicious Show.
Oh, KG's in the house.
KG been in the house, man. He done snuck in.
Is he working his butt off?
He has been working, you know, KG and Marcus. Yeah, he's working. He is el gran llave, as he likes to be called.
I need to give Marcus something next time he comes to my channel.
Marcus is the bomb diggity, man.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't given it to him yet.
I don't know why y'all sleep on Marcus. Marcus Givens is the man, the myth, the cheeseburger legend.
Oh, cheeseburger. You love cheeseburgers?
Oh, yeah, he like hamburgers, man. That's his favorite emoji. Yeah, he's probably dropped it a few times in this chat already.
Oh.
Cheeseburgers or hamburgers? I don't think they got cheeseburger emojis, so I think they got a hamburger emoji, though. He drops those all the time. Marcus Givens is laughing, see? He knows. He knows what he be doing.
That's nothing. He needs a wrench.
He needs a wrench. He needs a wrench everywhere he goes, man. That dude is super humble, super nice, and he works very hard.
Mm-hmm.
And if y'all ain't checked out his YouTube channel, Marcus, you got more than 3 videos on your channel yet? Marcus, need you to put some more stuff up, brother. I get major marks I can show you. Oh, from the whips. KG saying that Manny's a slave driver. brings
Yeah.
out the whip.
Yeah, I'm a slave driver KG. That's why you saw my list of what I need to do in the next 2 weeks. Oh Lord.
Chevy's his sidekick. Oh my Lord. Why did I choose this to ink? This thing. It's ridiculous.
You love the torture.
You needed a challenge?
This thing.
You lost a bet?
3 characters and all that background.
Is that it?
I hate that dude. Whoever drew this. You know what? You didn't even get love for drawing it. I'm just gonna say I'm just inking an unknown artist.
There you go.
Bastard.
Wow. So
Mm.
I thought it would be a fun piece, but no. This guy.
Dude, you know the first time you and I streamed together, you
Uh-huh.
were a YouTube star. All you were doing was playing video games in the background.
Oh, you're talking about when I was on Chester's channel.
No, you were on
The only time I ever played video games on YouTube was when I was on Chester's channel. That's the
Oh,
one time.
on this other one you were playing video games. It's hilarious.
No, I don't think so. I've only played video games one time on one channel.
November 3rd.
Go
look at John Dillard, November 3rd.
Oh yeah, okay. So that was John Diller's and not Chester's.
Oops.
But I only done it on one channel.
I was like, wow, this guy ain't talking to me. He's playing video games.
Yeah.
What a
Carlos says, I remember that. He's playing Shadow of War.
And I was showing my portfolio and I didn't realize that there was a lot of naked pictures in that portfolio.
Oops.
I was like, oops. I was like,
Why do
oh,
I have all these naked pictures?
That stream got 4,700 likes.
Yep, indeed.
I forget who was in there would say demonetized. I don't know if it was Kronos or somebody said it. It's like, oh yeah.
I know Chester was on that.
He was on that stream. There was a whole
Yeah.
bunch of people on that stream. Yeah.
Yeah, Chester was on that stream.
There we are.
Yeah.
And I think that was the first time we were in the stream together. I just wanted to figure out when was the first time we were together.
Who knows?
Yeah. Well, we know now.
Right.
See, I got the link sent and I was already playing video games. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna stop playing.
I was like, who the hell is this guy playing video games?
The voice of the lower tier Comicsgate guys.
I don't even think we were introduced to each other at that show or whatever.
Just me.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, they want me to come on. I'm playing. Shoot. Okay.
Priorities.
Well, it was my priority because I love playing video games, but I don't get to play as much anymore.
Was that before or after you were asked to be the voice?
That was before.
That was before.
That was before that incident.
Mhm.
You know. I mean, I've always been my own voice.
Right.
And I've always been,
Okay.
you know, pretty much the voice whenever I'm not drawing, I'm definitely the voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I haven't drawn in a while, but I did ink. Been inking. Just so we can go back to the grassroots of always having some art.
Yep.
Hey Manny, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
And it just dawned on me the other day. I was thinking to myself,
So,
Skunk Girl carries 2 big old guns.
yes, sir.
Where the hell does she put them at?
That's the mystery.
Because she's got no holsters anywhere.
Her tail. I came up. It's pretty much like Felix the Cat's bag of tricks. Whatever she needs, she can pull out of her tail. How she does it, it's just going to be an ongoing gag. It's like, oh, she needs a bomb. Poof, there's a bomb. Where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, I was like, I don't mean to
You mean?
No, I'm just curious. I'm inquisitive.
That's a valid question because that's going to be asked of me. So all these questions you guys got to keep on asking me. That way I can come up with really good answers. That's one thing that kills a lot of guys when they're trying to sell. When they ask a question and they don't have an answer, and then they go off on a 5-minute stream of conscious that has nothing to do with the answer, and people are like, "Well, why the hell should I back this book? This guy don't even know what he's talking about."
He doesn't even know how his own universe works.
Oh, exactly. And I've seen it happen a few times. I'm like, wow, what the heck?
I was like, man, there's no holster. And I was thinking, wow, man, maybe
it's in a tail.
That was one of the things just some guy was calling Kwanzaa out for.
I don't even know what that is.
The black comic?
Yeah. He's one of those guys that's gone after your boy Zach and stuff. And EVS and all this funny stuff.
Okay. What he did produce?
I don't know.
Does it work for anybody?
Oh no, he does work for independent, I think, right, Shinobi?
Black Mass.
Black Mass. And I think he's currently teaming up with Mark Waid on a few.
Yes, you're correct.
Is that the humanoids?
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, okay. I guess if he works for somebody, maybe he's got talent. Maybe not. I bought some comic books the other day, and I was like, "Whoa, what is this,
dude?"
They really, I don't know. Tell a 10-minute warning. 10-minute warning is 8 minutes now. Thanks, KG. Oh, man. KG always keeping me on track, man. Man, what am I gonna do without that guy?
Right.
Well, you got Marcus Gibbons to keep you in line too.
Yeah.
This is also true.
They do both an amazing job.
Yes, they do.
Because I got to keep track because I get evil eyes.
I've seen the eyes. I've seen the look.
Have you seen them?
Oh,
yes,
man.
I have seen them.
It's enough to strike terror in the hearts of weak men.
I felt bad for you.
I don't feel bad. I knew what I was getting into.
Dude, I was like, oh no, what are we doing wrong? Maybe we shouldn't be here.
I knew what I was getting into. I don't feel bad for me. Do not.
No, but that night I felt bad. It's like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
Nah. It was fine, brother. It's just some people are just the way they are. They can't help themselves. You can't be upset about that. Like I said, I knew what I was getting into. I'm not gonna say, "Oh my gosh, man, why did I knew."
Dude, she's gonna hit you over the head.
Nah, she would not.
Like, why are you talking about us on live stream?
But it wasn't. Right? It was just us.
No, right now. She's gonna say, why are you talking about that now on live stream?
Oh no.
Tonight stuff.
Nah.
Well, you don't get critiqued. I get critiqued all the time.
It's a 2-hour stream, brother. She ain't watching the whole thing.
Well, I get critiqued all the time after the show.
Well, that's good, man.
Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? How can you ignore him? How can you ignore that person? Like, oh, honey, I'm not reading the chat.
That's E's job. See what I mean? And that's why I got to side with Skunk Girl every so often so I can keep her in good graces. Because I be getting blamed for everything.
whenever a VIP comes into the chat, she comes in. You know who's in your chat right now? Look, I'm like, huh?
We got VIPs.
Yeah, we got VIPs once in a while coming to our chat.
Wow, I didn't even know that. It must be on your show,
Dude.
No VIPs.
Tuesday.
Huh?
It's definitely Tuesday.
Why you say that?
Because 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 of Skunk Girl reminding people that there are VIPs in the chat.
That's usually done on Mondays. Oh, I already have enough to critique you about tonight. You better stay upstairs.
Oh, damn.
You better stay upstairs.
Nice. Come on. What did I do wrong now?
You were gonna change the name of the stream.
I brought that up because that's funny. I wanted to change the name of the stream and I got outvoted.
Yeah. Hey, Unbreathable Skunk Girl, just remember, I'm not responsible for Manny's actions.
Oh, of course not.
The opinions expressed during the stream are not necessarily those of E. Ortiz or his affiliates.
Just whatever Manny said. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. We got the 4-minute warning. 4 minutes, Dougie. I know, man. It goes by so quick. It goes by so quick.
I'm so glad we had this time together.
But you know,
have a laugh or sing a song.
But you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Tomorrow, of course, I won't be on. Y'all know Bible study.
Yeah.
Wednesdays for me.
Understand.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Manny's gonna be on or I don't know because tomorrow is drawn and quartered.
It's well, yeah. I don't think I want to be on tomorrow. Plus, I gotta do so much offline on this book still yet. Yeah, so it's kind of like, nah. I really gotta get this thing done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun to come and play, but there's so much stuff to do.
Right.
I hear you, brother. Marcus Given says, "Oh no, nobody's gonna be on. I'm out of a job." You need. I know what you need to do, Marcus. You need to make some more videos. Put on your doggone channel, Marcus Givens. I can't keep promoting you if you're not gonna put some stuff up, buddy. Marcus is like, man, doggone it. Oh, E, don't be putting me on blast like that.
Too late.
Don't be putting me on blast. I'm Marcus Givens, super mod. It's in the works, man. Marcus. I've been hearing that for like 3-4 months now. I need to see some tangible proof.
Results.
Yeah, there you go.
So it didn't happen.
I'm just messing, Marcus. I know you're doing stuff. All right, say 59. We only got 4 people, so we should be able to go through this pretty smoothly.
Right.
Shinobi Raccoon, tell everybody where you can be found at.
Okay. Follow me on Twitter at Ronin Raccoon. Follow me I also have Instagram at Tanuki Clan. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I got plans.
Nice. Mr. Trustimus, Sidekickamus.
Thou canst find me on the Twitters at TrustySidekick3. Also on Instagram, although I've gotten slack. I haven't put anything on Instagram in a little while. I need to pick up the pace. Trusty Sidekick Art on Instagram. And on Good Dog Press and E. Ortiz streams during the week.
Thank you. And last but not least, the man who is going to release this runaway comic book smash hit of the summer, Mr. Good Dog Press.
Oh, thank you for having me on as usual. And yes, if you guys haven't gone, just go over to Indiegogo and sign up for the pre-launch page. On the pre-launch page, doesn't cost you anything, and you'll be eligible for some free goodies if you sponsor the Indiegogo, support the Indiegogo. Can find me Monday nights and Friday nights at 10 p.m. on my channel, Good Dog Press, and Tuesday, Thursday nights here on Ortiz, and of course Twitter. Thank you so much, E.
Hey, no problem, man. And of course, I am your humble, loud host, Ortiz, the mouth that never, the mouth of the South, well, the Pacific Northwest now, the guy that never stops talking apparently and never runs out of breath. And model is now the #1 cross comic fan, says Kadar. But you can find me at colorblind_E on Twitter. You can find me.
They gotta up their game because that's pretty lame. You gotta think about that. We all know what they're trying to do. It ain't gonna happen.
But anyway, you can find me at colorblind_E on Twitter. You can find me on Ortiz Arts on Instagram and Facebook. And of course, if you're here, you know my channel is Ortiz here on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, pass it on all around. I got my 20 likes. Yes. And God bless and good night.
Aloha. Good night.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye.